Hello, Tagwolves. Welcome back. I'm going to be reading The Legend of Korra, Korrasami, fanfiction. This one is Sleep Don't Come Easy by Mick3Y92. And I'm just reading the fanfiction because, why not? This has 7 chapters, and this is chapter 1. I might do the second one in this video if I feel like it, but I don't know. Future Industries was having yet another one of their renowned galas. Sami Sato, the CEO of Future Industries, was celebrating the newest line of automobiles that had finally graced the market. Only a week prior, it had taken a lot of work to bring back the company after near bankruptcy because of her father's involvement with Amon so many years ago. But that seemed like just a distant memory now. Sami had worked day and night to bring back the Sato name from one associated with shame and distrust to that of a higher moral standard that they held the faith of the people. Everyone was leaping at the chance of being involved with the new projects from Future Industries. Sami had created an empire in only a few short years. She was finally able to revel in her achievements. Sami loves being an engineer and a businesswoman, but standing in a room full of politicians and clients made her want something more than what these people could bring her. Ah, I know that face. What could possibly be plaguing Miss Sato's mind at such a lovely party? Lin asked, breaking Sami out of her thoughts. Oh, Lin, I didn't see you when I gave my speech. It's great to see you, Sami said, placing her glass of champagne on the table in front of her and giving Lin a hug. Sami had grown closer through the new technology she created for the police task force. Surprisingly enough, Lin had become... Lin and Sami had grown closer through the new technology she created for the police task force. Surprisingly enough, Lin had become sort of confident for Sami when she had no one else to turn to. There are a lot of people here. I'd be surprised if you could pick me out of this crowd, Lin said. Besides, I'm sure I wasn't the face you were scanning the room for. Sami blushes and bowed her head slightly. Was it that obvious? Not to those who don't know you. If I hadn't grown closer to you from working together, I doubt I would have caught on myself. But I did. And I'm sorry to say Korra isn't here. At least from what I've seen, Lin said somberly. I know it's stupid, but I hope she'd be here. I know she's busy trying to restore order in the Earth Kingdom since she got her bending back. But I haven't seen her in what feels like forever, Sami sighed. The Earth Kingdom is a mess right now. I'm sure Korra would have been here if she could, Lin said, trying to comfort the obviously sad woman in front of her. I'm not so sure, but thanks. I know Korra has been away for a few weeks, but weren't you with her the whole time she was healing? In comparison to the time you got to spend with her, this isn't too long. Is it? Lynn asked. Yes, but that's exactly my point. I spent months with her. For her suddenly up and leave. I stayed by her side, by her after those horrible things that Here did. I was the one who helped her get in and out of bed, get dressed, bathe, walked her around the island when she was cooped up in her room for too long. I was there when she had to go to healings, and I held her afterward, after each one, when she felt nothing. I did that because I love her, and I wanted to support her, Sami ranted. So, you feel like she doesn't appreciate what you did? Lynn questioned. No, I know she does, but once she got her bending back, it was like she couldn't get away from me fast enough. I don't know. I just wish she'd... Asami! We've been looking all over for you, Mako said, cutting Asami off. Yeah, guys, Bolin added. Through a mouthful of meat dumplings. Asami laughed. Glad to see you're enjoying the food. Bolin swallowed before replying. It's so good, Asami. You always have the best food at these things. Is that the only reason you guys came? Sami inquired. Of course not. We like that we get to see you too, Bolin answered. They all laughed at his response, and when Mako spoke up. So from what I'm hearing, you're going to be pretty busy now. Everyone in here is talking about plans they have to get in business with you. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm grateful people want to work with me, but it might take a break from anything too big for a while. I've been working like crazy to get the new automobiles ready for mass production, and it took a lot out of me. I really want to relax for a bit, Sami explained. Well, it will be a well-deserved break. You work too hard as it is. Maybe you should take a vacation somewhere. I hear Ember Island is nice this time of year, Lynn said. Maybe. I haven't been to the Fire Nation in a while. I'm sorry, guys, but even though I don't plan on doing anything big in the next few weeks, I should still mingle with everyone. It was great seeing all of you, though, Sami said, excusing herself. Moving on to Korra's point of view. Korra tossed the last 3 of the bandits she caught, raiding a shop in the back of a police-designed automobile. Korra was beyond tired, having arrested 35 bandits and put out 2 fires in the span of 10 hours. Although the airbenders were extremely happy to have their avatar back in action, it seemed like restoring order to Ba Sing Se would take a lot longer than anticipated. Nice job, Korra, Opal said, returning from the tea shop. Korra stopped from being robbed Thanks, Korra replied, slightly out of breath. Everyone inside is safe, with only minor injuries. Kai and I patched them up already so we can take these guys back to camp and have General Iroh deal with them, Opal added. Can you handle them on your own? Things get hectic out here at night, and I don't want to leave just yet, Korra replied. Korra, you've been out here almost all day. You need your rest, Opal insisted. How can I rest when the entire Earth Kingdom is in disarray? Punks like them are causing trouble all over, and I can't just sit around and do nothing, she snapped back. Korra, you have helped to put back together so many talents since you've gotten your bending back. But there's only so much one person can do, Opal said. The mention of Korra getting her bending back only recently stung and added fuel to the fire. Exactly. I just got my bending back. And the whole time I was in Republic City healing, things have gotten worse. I can't waste any more time, Korra roared. I have to restore balance to the world. And I'm not going to do that by sitting on my ass in the camp, Korra said, hopping on Naga and taking off down the road. Opal saw pain and fear in Korra's eyes, but she couldn't do anything to stop the young Avatar from leaving. Sighing, Opal walked back towards the vehicle, waiting for Kai to finish up, and hoping Korra wouldn't spend another night roaming the city until dawn. It was well past midnight before Korra returned to the camp. She walked to the tent she shared with Opal and stopped in her tracks. She remembered how harshly she spoke to her earlier and regretted being so angry with her. Opal was only looking out for her best interest. But no matter how right Opal was, Korra didn't want to listen. So instead, she walked off towards the lake to relax from an awfully long day. Her body ached, but she was glad for the pain. The battle with Zahir nearly killed her, and the months afterwards it took to heal had broken her spirit. If it weren't for Asami, Korra would have lost hope for ever getting better. Thoughts of the non-bender helping her get dressed and feeding her when her arms were too weak to move flooded Korra's mind. As she mindfully bended the water around her feet, she could see beautiful green eyes assuring her that everything would be okay. I'm not so sure, Korra said aloud, responding to her internal thoughts. It had almost been a month since she left Republic City in favor of helping restore order to the Earth Kingdom, and she wasn't any closer to her goal. But no matter how hard it was to get the Earth Kingdom back in order, she chose that over dealing with her thoughts. Seemed like a lot easier of a task to achieve. What time did you get back? Opal asked as she sat down next to Korra. A little while ago. Look. Look, Opal, I'm sorry for how I acted earlier. I should not have gotten angry with you. It's okay. I know you're dealing with a lot right now, especially since you aren't sleeping, Opal said with a pointed look. I sleep, it's just not for very long, Korra muttered. When are you going to tell someone about the nightmares you're having? Opal asked. That's really not that big of a deal. I don't need to worry anyone, Korra said. Korra, you barely sleep, and when you do, you wake up screaming. You need to deal with this. I know your body's healed, but that's not the only thing you need to mend, Opal said softly. I hear you, but I don't want to. But I don't have time to do that. If I spend any more time trying to heal the Earth Kingdom, can wait. You may be the Avatar, but that doesn't mean you have to shoulder all the responsibility of fixing it. The world by yourself. You helped bring the Air Nation back. Let us put things back together until you'll get better. We have help from General Iroh and other nations here and there. We'll be fine, Korra, Opal pressed. So you're saying the world doesn't need me anymore? Korra questioned. No, we definitely need someone as brave and caring as you. But you can't keep giving if your tank is empty. Let us hope you get better. Go back to Republic City and clear your head. A silence fell over the two benders as they sat there staring over the lake. A few moments passed before Korra responded. Okay, I'll go back. Well, that's going to wrap it up for chapter 1. And I will be uploading every day this week because there's 7 chapters, so it works out perfectly. So I have to go record more. So see you next time. Bye.